All right, guys, it's the Fields Bros here, and we have some crazy information and a new way to look at this new information about Yamoshi, the original Super Saiyan God. Brandon, he's going to break down everything. He has a perfect grasp on all this. So the first point I want to make is it quotes a long time ago before the Saiyans lived on planet Vegeta.
All right, now we recently learned that in Vegeta's conversation with Kaba that we used to have our own planet Sadal. That's why he was so shocked. He's like, "Planet Sadal, you guys are still living on there. We had to steal another planet because ours was destroyed in some type of catastrophe."
Right.
This thing is saying right here that it's referring to a location, obviously in Universe 7, because that's how our Shenron knows about it.
And Beerus.
And whatnot. And I'll get to that in a minute. But that's where this event, that's the location here.
Yeah, clearly. It says a long time ago before the Saiyans lived on planet Vegeta.
So,
location, planet Sadal. Check.
Check.
We have the location of this event. Now it says Yamoshi and 5 friends versus everybody.
Now, in this article, it also says, it uses the term Super Saiyan in the writing, but above it, it clearly says Super Saiyan God. And the fact that they're referring to 5 friends
with righteous hearts,
instilling their energy into another, which would be 6. That's the magic number you need for the Super Saiyan God. So what's happening here is on this planet, these guys were all just normal Saiyans, base Saiyans. And the reason why the legend was called Super Saiyan and not Super Saiyan God is because you have to understand this is an era of Saiyans where there's no Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, like no any type of Saiyan that's not base is going to be seen for the first time. They're going to just say that's a Super Saiyan.
Some type of Super Saiyan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So Super Saiyan can refer, that's why the legendary Super Saiyan can tie into that too.
What Frieza was talking
They don't
about.
There were no titles like we have in the anime community for these things. They were just normal Saiyans with black hair, always.
And then random super type Saiyan.
And a random, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where that
So that's where the confusion is. But this is Super Saiyan God.
So what happens is Yamoshi and 5 friends versus everybody on that planet, and they get cornered, which results in him becoming the first Super Saiyan God, Yamoshi.
And we also, if we can, this works, we have a time frame as well of when this would happen, because we know that Beerus, when Battle of Gods, when he woke up, he said he had like a catnap. It was like, he said like, I need 40 or 50 years, or I've had 40 or 50 years. That's a catnap.
Right.
So in other words, we know planet Vegeta was destroyed 20 years prior to the Battle of Gods movie, basically, around that time. So if you just go back again, that means the Bardock movie, that would mean they hadn't been there that long. They've only been there for a few decades.
Right.
They had just recently stolen, because that's the earliest we can go back in Dragon Ball. That's why I love the history of.
And I love how Kaba was shocked how we stole that planet. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, well, you guys stole it. It was like we had to.
Yeah, because our planet was gone.
So they get cornered, results in him being first Super Saiyan God. And his energy runs out and he gets defeated. And then that goes to Beerus' journey.
But as we know, during the Beerus and Goku fight at the same level of this Yamoshi dude, the same form, that energy radiates through the whole universe. The Kais could sense it. And here's something I thought was interesting. Beerus would have been sleeping, right? And everybody knows when you're asleep and people are in the room or you're talking or something happens, outside stimuli can have an influence on your dream state. Right. So clearly, while Beerus was in his sleep, while he was sleeping, that God energy traveled through the whole universe, and he was sleeping, and that, it touched him, it felt him, he felt that energy, and that induced that whole urge to seek out that energy.
And that's what Akira Toriyama says in the interview. He says that Beerus reacted to Yamoshi's spirit and caught the information in his dream.
And he's reacting to the energy he felt while he was asleep that Yamoshi gave off in that brief moment. Right. And that traveled through the universe, hit Beerus while he was asleep, basically induced a dream state like anything can happen to anybody.
Right.
And that's what led to Beerus waking up and just, wait a minute, what was I dreaming about? What was that?
And that's how the legend was, I'm saying, and it was also in the Namekian book of legends, because the elder Namekian responded to Yamoshi's soul. It says here in the interview.
And the soul is referring to the righteousness that can exist within a Saiyan. It doesn't happen often, but Goku is basically a reincarnation of this guy in terms of
his righteousness,
in terms of how his heart and his character.
Right.
And that can also go for the rest of us as well. Like, we've entered that, level.
Yeah. Like, it's just crazy. This guy, way way before his time, dude. Super Saiyan
But
God.
yeah,
Like this dude was. Ooh, like that's just crazy. Like
so that's what happened right there.
Dragon Ball Super. It's like we get some backstory finally on 5 righteous Saiyans.
But this also indicates that Goku and Vegeta going Super Saiyan Blue are the first to pass up this Yamoshi state. So they're in their own right, really incredible Saiyans, because now they've surpassed even that form.
Yeah.
So Super Saiyan Blue, they're first time users of this. There's no record of that anywhere. And Super Saiyan Rose is basically Super Saiyan Blue. Right. So yeah.
Yeah, guys, Yamoshi, the original Super Saiyan God explained. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We kind of put this together just now. I saw this information.
More information comes out, we'll updating. Always incorrect.
Yeah, I saw this information. I had to read it like 4 times. Like Brandon was grasping it way quicker than I had to read it like 4 or 5 times to really break it down. But it's the Fields Bros' new Akira Toriyama interview.
But yeah, last point is like anytime like Frieza or like in specials that other Frieza race guy that Bardock fought, I can't remember his name, Chilled, they all refer to like a Super Saiyan. Like no matter what it is, if it's legendary or Super Saiyan God, when they're referring to Super Saiyan, that can apply to any form because there's no levels or names for these back in the day.
Right.
So that's how I look at that.
Perfect explanation. That's the way I figured. I'm like, Brandon, do you just want to make the video?
Right. Anyways, take it easy, guys.
Peace, guys. It's the Fields Bros. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.